Hello and welcome back to my Stampin' Up channel. I'm sharing another snowflake inspired, well, not snowflake inspired card, just a snowflake card, using the Snowflake Wishes stamp set again. And I've done a sort of ombre effect with my emboss resist. So without further ado, I'm going to go and make this again, but in a different colourway. So I have pre-cut my card and I'm changing it up slightly on this one. I felt that I could do with another layer on this card once I made it. So I've got Highland Heather card base here, and then I've got the next layer down here, which is I've mentioned a few times now on here and on my blog, rather than use the UK A4, A5 to make my cards, I cut it slightly different just to make it easier to work out the layers. So instead of this being 14.8 centimeters, I've always used 14.5. That makes my next layer 14 by 10. And then here, this is the piece that I'm going to use to make my ombre layers. And this one happens to be 9.5 by 12.5 centimeters. So, first thing to remember is the embossing buddy that unfortunately we no longer sell through Stampin' Up. I'm sure you can get one at a large online retailer near you, no doubt. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to do some stamping. So, which ones did I use last time? I think we had, let's try that one, because that one is missing. It's on my table somewhere, no doubt. Oh no, there it is. Lovely, lovely. There we are, and I had the little ones to fill in. No, I didn't even use that one. What am I like? Okay. So we have that one, I think, yeah. And that one. Or is it that one? Okay, doesn't really matter. I just thought I'd use the same ones that I used before. And I have a filthy old Versamark here. Look at the state of that. Which is absolutely fine when we're doing white embossing. Not great when you're doing clear. But I am doing white today, so that's fine. So I'm going to stamp. You can even see a little bit of the blue ink left from last time I stamped with this stamp set. I'm not known for my stamp cleaning, I have to say. Alright, so I'm going to do another bit of a one up there. There you are. It's quite handy that they're so dirty because I think you may be able to just see what I'm doing. This one will come out a little bit pink. There you are. I did it on purpose so you can see where I'm stamping with my Versamark, you see. Says she. Okay. Oh, headbutting my camera. Let's put that one down there. Okay. Got my little fillers here. I like this because it's got these have got a little curve so you can sort of go around the bigger snowflakes. Almost like somebody planned it that way. Hey. Can I get that in there? Yep. I'm going to squeeze it in there, I think, just about. Okay, I'm reasonably happy with that. Versamark lid. I'm going to put all of those together there. And I need my embossing powder. Oh, half it gone over me. So yeah, I keep my embossing powders in these takeaway containers with a little spoon. Steve's always asking where our teaspoons go. Yes, I have a fair few. And as it's white embossing powder, it will cover up most of the ink that's shown through. Got a little bit from my fingers on there. I think that will be fine. Actually, I feel a little bit naked down there, so I'm just going to pop some of the teeny ones just on there, on the edge. Okay. Remember to put the lid on before the embossing, before the heat gun arrives. Heat guns. I'll be back in a sec. Right, apologies. Forgot to move it over, but that's fine. Okay. I don't think it matters how many times you do heat embossing, it's always like magic. I think snowflakes are just made for it, really. Here we go. Okay, so that's all done now. Yep, all melted. So part of the reason I did the card like this is because I'm not brilliant at like blending all the different colours when you're sort of sponging or using a blender brush. So came up with my cheats way of doing it, which is to cut this up. So this then goes into 2.5 centimetre strips. And if you keep them in order, it'll save you having to match them up again in a minute, which is what I didn't do last time. There we go. So they should all go back together afterwards. So I'm using the purples. I'm going to start with Purple Posy, and I could be using my Stampin' Up brayer, but at one of our last year's Crafty Escapes, I bought everyone one of these as a little gift, and it's like a foundation brush, I think, but oh my, it's so soft, and it's just brilliant for blending your ink. So I'm just going to take each colour in turn and do what, whoa! Should be a little bit more gentle than that. This brush gives such a lovely soft effect. There you are. Slightly bent that one now, and I've put them out of order, haven't I? Genius, Nicola. Okay. Rats. That's super annoying. So that one definitely goes with that one. Hilarious. That one goes with that one. That one goes on there, so... Ah! It's because that one was upside down, so they were alright. Silly me. Okay. Then we've got Highland Heather next. And because I'm going darker colours all the time, I can just use the... keep using the same brush. There you go. 2 down. Come on, gorgeous grape. Whoa. That's a bit heavy-handed there. Never mind. Just keep going. Right, 3 there. Then it's going to change a little bit now because Rich Raspberry, although it's kind of a purple, is not of a similar vein to the 3 there. It's a much redder purple, but I'm going to include it anyway and see what happens. Oh gosh, that's quite red actually. Whoa! Goodness. Okay. Still think it might work, so I'm going to go ahead for the Blackberry Bliss. And if not, I've got a cunning plan. Because the Blackberry Bliss is a similar sort of tone to Rich Raspberry. Rocking my desk here. Advantages to being quite ambidextrous, so you can swap hands. I'm apparently what's known as a confused left-handed person, in that I write left-handed but pretty much do everything else with my right hand. Okay, so not 100% sold on this ombre effect down here. So I'm going to have a little play and see what happens if I add some gorgeous grape. Yeah. Just to bring it more tonally in with what we've got. Whoa. I don't know if that's made any difference actually. Never mind. I'm going to do the same down here with the Blackberry Bliss. There you go. That's not too bad at all, really. Now, I've even got a little cloth just here. And then what you can do over the snowflakes, wipe off the excess colour that makes your snowflakes pop. There we are. we have it. Marvellous. Right, so those are those bits. My ink away. Managed to get my thumb. It's usually the Blackberry Bliss that I put my thumb in because that's obviously the hardest one to clean off. But not today. Right, I'm going to pop my thing in here. Embossing buddy back. This little hole. Okay, so from the Tasteful Labels dies, I cut the little hexagon, and for my sentiment I've used Let It Snow from the Snowman Season set, which is still in the annual catalogue, I think. So I'm going to do that. There you are, that's in my Highland Heather. Apologies to any Scottish people out there. I decided to randomly do a very poor Scottish accent. Okay, so I've got some of the ribbon here, the Snowflake Splendor ribbon. I'm going to tie a little bow in this piece. I'm doing the bow separately rather than tying it all round. Just because bows are hard enough on video, aren't they? I think that will do. Okay, so I'm going to layer this up on my piece of white, which is hidden down here. And I'm just going to quickly check if I leave a fairly equal border everywhere. They should fit on quite nicely. I know that's not straight. So yeah, I think that's going to be okay. And I'm going to attach them with dimensionals. So bear with me. Oopsie. Let's put them so you can't see them, shall we? Trying to remember to put them all up the right way so the snowflakes match. So I am here in Swindon, which is in the sort of south middle of the UK, and boy has it been wet these last few days. We're on the 5th of October today, and we did wake up with some sunshine this morning, but this afternoon has reverted to being very wet. I think it's called Storm Alex, this one. Obviously sticking and talking at the same time is not my forte. That one has got slightly too big a gap, so we're going to end up, I'm going to try and move that one down a little bit. Come on, dimensional, thank you. Normally I'd have my head right over, but then you just see my roots. So, in hindsight, I think I'd have used the thick Whisper White for these small pieces, because once you cut them small, it gets a little bit more sort of floppy. But it's fine once the card's assembled. So I have gone a little bit wobbly, I'm afraid. Right, there we are. More by luck than judgment. I think that looks fine. I'm just going to attach my ribbon. Still on the wet glue, waiting for my seals to arrive. Still don't know where it disappeared to. I've literally gutted my craft room, so I don't quite know what happened to it. Just hold that for a wee while. Okay then, so I'm going to pop my sentiment on dimensionals again. I've got wet glue and dimensionals here. There we are, and I'm going to use glue dot for my bow. Oh, I think I prefer that side. There's no glue dot on there. Honestly. That's better. Then I'm going to pop, oh, there you go. This piece then onto the front of my Highland Heather piece of card. So there we have it. So some, I don't know, Ombre emboss resist Snowflake Wishes Christmas cards. There'll be links below for if you'd like to purchase anything and you don't already have a demonstrator. And I promise I shall be good at making lots more videos. If you want to subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you very much. Enjoy.